Yes, Double RT Boxing Show. The host, Mr.A, that is me. The Double RT Boxing Show. The Ready Talk Boxing Show. Um, Jared Hurd. Can this Jared Hurd, this experimental in development Jared Hurd, can he run the 154 division again? Can he beat J Rock since he wants that J Rock rematch? And that could be his next fight. If you're wondering how that could be his next fight, follow the segment Rosario versus the Mandatory, which is coming up soon. I dropped that so you can hear that story of how Jared Hurd could fight Williams next. But right now we're just gonna focus on the Hurd in development. Now Santana landed some shots. He landed good shots, just too small, too small. So you still question Hurd's defense. He ducks down a lot. You know, a well timed, not well timed, but a decent experienced fighter, a good fighter. The way Jared Hurd just ducks down to the right, someone's gonna tag the shit out of him. You know, J Rock. If J Rock did it, you know, someone's gonna. He has a bad habit, but you know, you can tell if you thought AJ looked a little awkward doing the jab and go. Her looked very awkward doing the jab and go. You know, it's almost like he was almost extending his shoulder out of socket to really keep the distance. Um, it was like a jab go. I don't recall him doing too many 1-2s strong in the beginning. Now the uppercut at the end, you know, that's just Hurd wearing people down. Especially like I said, it's a 147 guy coming up. But if like I said, the only thing you can only talk about his AJ impression in this fight because everything else was the same. He still got hit when he stayed in the hurt zone, but the new moving around behind the jab, it's not really new. You know, Hurd kind of came out somewhat boxing like that. Remember before he dyed his hair blonde when he was, you know, just he was more of a boxer, but um, he got the fans' attention on that gritty shit and stay with it. As far as this moving, if he can get it down, I think it might help him. Well, it's shit because obviously you don't want to fucking just constantly stay in the pocket and have a banging career. So obviously, but if he's gonna have to find that one spot to where not to go in there and bang, but to stay out there with a strong ass 1-2. You know, everyone loves to say, you know, stick him on the outside like Lennox Lewis. You know, like pop, 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 you know. I didn't quite see that from her, especially with sense and sense the fact that Santana was coming forward, pressing on him. I thought he could have like instead of like move. I would like to kind of see him turn. But he like him and AJ, they were gone. They were gone. You know, they weren't turning. They were gone. So if that's what we're talking about, if that's what we're critiquing, that new Hurd. Like I said, everyone said AJ did it impressively. Did he run like a little bitch? Yeah, some people say so. Some people say he boxed beautiful. The stick and move. So if you thought, like I said, I thought AJ did well in that shit. I thought it was well. You know, it wasn't you could category it as cowardly, but it was a beautiful form of cowardly. Now, how was Jared Hurd? You know, you can't say. Can it say it was cowardly? Who knows? You know, I think everyone's putting it in the category of underdevelopment, trying something new. But how did he look? Did he, you know, because AJ looked a little times kind of over leaning with the jab, throwing, you know, really over his knees so he could like make sure he could get out of there. And Hurd kind of looked like that, like he was kind of over himself with the jab so he could get out of there. But it just looked like I said, if we're gonna compare that new Hurd to the new AJ, it looked a little more fluently with AJ than Hurd. Hurd looked a little herk and jerk in between his motions. But then, like I said, then everything else was the same Hurd. He dominated the inside, but he also got hit clean in the inside. And it's weird because even though he said, I don't care about the crowd, you know, I'm doing what I got to do to get better, the crowd was booing his ass. The crowd booed everyone that night. So, just the same crowd that the same city that booed Santa Claus. So, can't take it too much, you know what I mean? But it was like that whole card, besides Fulton and Hey Guy, it was like a development. You know, you saw Danny Garcia trying new shit with Ivan. You know, not getting too risky to prevent his next makeup pay per view fight for this gap. And you saw her trying some shit. Yeah. What will he do against? Like I said, I want to see him fight Jarrett. I mean, I want to see him fight Williams next. And like I said, I know everyone thinks J Rock got that rematch. Don't be surprised if that fight does not happen next, and I'll tell you how and tell you why. Stay tuned into the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A.